and implementation of the curriculum at the secondary level. First, we need to understand the meaning of curriculum. So curriculum should not be understood as something which is called syllabus, because syllabus is something which comes out from the curriculum. Curriculum has a broader scope. It means the totality of the experience of a particular child, and it gives a way and some kinds of direction to the teachers, because it is based on the structured learning outcomes according to Johnson's in 1967. Because it's not like a kind of a paper work, but it has a hidden meaning behind it, and it preserves the identity of a country, and increases our knowledge economy. Because knowledge economy is something based, as we see, that due to the advancements of the science and technology, whatever is discovered in the world, or whatever all these innovations in any part of the world is quickly known to everyone, and information gathering becomes very easy because of this. First, we need to know about the meaning of curriculum implementation. So what is curriculum implementation is? Curriculum implementation is actually the putting into practice the officially prescribed courses, or the works, or the textbooks, or the syllabus into the classroom. So it involves the students to acquire knowledge, attitudes, and the developments of his personality. So here the learners is the central figures. So without the learners, curriculum implementations will not be successful. And some of the other factors that helps in the curriculum implementations are the teachers, the students, the environment, and the different ideologies, culture, then evaluation. So all these factors are actually connected, interrelated with each others, and that's why we cannot give a particular attribute to one living than another. So we need to understand them, or consider them as a whole. So curriculum implementation takes place when the teacher constructed syllabus, or teacher constructed course, and the teacher's personality and the teaching learning environments interact with the students. And also curriculum implementation takes place when the already planned skills and the knowledge and attitudes are acquired by the students in the classroom. So thus we can say that curriculum implementations is actually translations of the officially prescribed courses into some works, some syllabus or textbooks or lessons, okay, on workable sort of activities by the teachers. So here, according to Stenhouse, in order to implement the curriculums, we need an agent. So here, the teacher works as an agent in the curriculum implementation process. In order to develop and construct and implement the curriculum in the secondary levels, we need to follow some steps. First, the first one is setting the goals, aims, and objectives of the curriculum. If we see that while we're talking about the goals, we have ultimate goals, approximate goals, and that is the middle age goal. So what is the ultimate goal is actually what are the learning outcomes we are expecting from the students or the learners after completing the 12 years of schoolings. And the approximate goal is actually like the immediate kind of a goal. It means it is you are going to get what are the results you are going to get after completing your lessons, after completing your tasks. That is actually the immediate goal or the approximate goal. And the middle age goal is like a short period of time, like after 1 year, after the 5 years of completion of the course, what are the changes that is expected from the students. Okay, so that is the first steps, and the next steps, that is the selection of the learning experiences. So you must be wondering why selection of the content is not in the second steps, but the selection of the learning experiences in the second step, because we are talking about implementation of the curriculum the secondary level. So before coming to secondary level, they have already gone to elementary level. So here they have gathered many experiences, many knowledge, many details. So they have learned different skills, okay, gathered different experiences. So with connecting their experiences, learning experiences, the curriculum planner, the teacher as a curriculum planner, or the curriculum planner should select the content. And after that selection of the content, the fourth step, that is integration, so the organization of the content. So here the planner actually plan the curriculum in such a way that it will help him, means the students will be helped to understand their content very easily. Okay, the student will be will be a great help, means they can easily understand whatever is given there. And after that, the next steps, that is the evaluation steps. Here all the teachers, the planners, the observers, the community workers, the parents need to work in a collaborative way, because in the evaluation process assessments should be done to see the influence after the implementation process. So in this evaluation process, the role of the teachers is very much important, because we need to see the role of the teachers here, because in this case we need to focus on the continuous comprehensive evaluations, okay, after finishing certain tasks or certain content. But there is a problem that I've seen that many of the teachers do continuous comprehensive evaluations wrongly, because according to them, continuous comprehensive evaluation means that one unit is finished and two units is finished, they can conduct a test. That is not actually the evaluation takes place in the real sense, because of what teacher need to focus on the skills, means through that content what are the skills actually curriculum planners want to develop from the students. So need to focus on that part. So here in order to develop, then the construct and implement the curriculum at the secondary levels, the planner and the teachers has to focus on some of the major determinants of the curriculum planning, that is the philosophical, sociological and psychological determinants. So the philosophical determinants are, while talking about the philosophy, because we are the part of society and we have we follow some certain kinds of philosophy in every society, means in the changing society their beliefs and their philosophical beliefs are different. So similarly, we the people living in the society also wants our children or the students to grow up accepting that philosophy which are practiced in the society, and hence the curriculum planner and the teacher try to develop those kinds of philosophies through the implementation of the curriculum in the school. So while talking about the philosophy, there are different philosophies that come up, that is the like idealism, pragmatism, realism, existentialism, constructivism. So idealists believe that in idealism they believe that the teachers is the ideal and they are the paramount, and the students just need to follow the teachers, obey the teachers. And similarly, realistic also have their own ideology, own philosophy, and existentialism believes that it is the existence of the man that is more important, and the rest of the other things are not very important. And then comes the constructivist, which is of like popular philosophy that believe that let the child be the constructor of their own knowledge, because child have their own schemas, own cultural capitals before they come to school. So with that schemas, they can assimilate and accommodate with the environment and they construct their own knowledge. So that is the philosophical determinants. And then the sociological determinants. Well, talking about the sociological determinants, we need to discuss about we need to concern about the teachers and the curriculum planner need to concern about the role of the families, the role of the society, role of the parents, role of the teachers, role of the community, role of the peers, and etc. Because yes, it is right that the mother is the first child teachers of the student, means the child. But after coming to the schools, they learn more and more from the teachers and the peers. So and apart from that, the role of the governments, means the schemes, what are the activities, what are the steps governments are taking for giving education to the students, so, like RTE. So the curriculum planners and the teachers also consider on these aspects in the sociological determinant. And then comes the psychological determinants. The psychological determinants, we need to focus according to the developmental stages of this stages of the students, because as we are dealing with the as we are dealing with the secondary levels of students, so they have already come up first two stages where in the first stage they are busy in walking and talking and all those things, and in the second stage as they are busy in searching enemies, means for his own identification. And in that stage, in the secondary stage, where they are already suffering from different kinds of mental trauma, as this is the stage of mental, you can say, stress and storm. So curriculum planner need to consider about the need theories given by the Maslow, or certain kinds of theories like the Maslow's theories, like where in order to achieve the self-actualization process, the teacher first need to focus on whether his physiological needs are fulfilled or not, or after that whether his need of safety, need of love and belongingness, need of self-esteem are fulfilled or not. Accordingly, we need to develop the curriculums. And also the role of the teachers is very much important in this case, because the teacher must always be concerned about the students motion, because whether the children are learning ill of himself or well of himself. So this is very important in implementing the curriculum. And we can say that the role of the teachers in this case is most important, because it is not like that something is directed or something is officially prescribed in the form of curriculum, and the content whichever given in this curriculum is that teacher need to directly implement the curriculums. The teacher need to there is a vast difference between the proper implementations process. So in this process, the proper implementations is actually how the teachers translate these prescribed content into some workable tasks, some activities. So here the teacher need to be updated himself, and he use different kinds of approaches in his tasks, like the brain-based pedagogy. It is very important. Now, previously we through the behavioristic approach, we understood the students' mental states through the behavior, means whatever he do we understand. But now, because of the development of science and technology, we understood the brain properly, because in our brains we have the three kinds of brains, that is the reptile brains. The reptile brains functions is similar like reptiles, to protect, to feed, and to defense. And above all, it does not do anything. And above all, we have the memorial brain. In the memorial brain we remember things, and we have emotion in our memorial brain. And after the memorial brain we have that is called the neocortex brains, where we thinking places in this process. So learning is actually thinking. So while we talking about the thinkings, we have different kinds of thinkings, that is analytical thinking, creative thinking, critical thinking. So how, through implementing the curriculum, the teacher need to identify what kind of thinking actually we are expecting as a learning outcome from these students. So accordingly, he should extract his lessons from the curriculum. And it's not like that it's just directly delivered whatever is given in the curriculum, because that thing the teacher can do. Whatever text is mentioned in the curriculum, or whatever content is given in the curriculum, should not be any hard and fast rules that the teacher need to, or the students need to follow only that text, prescribed text or prescribed content, to know the skills which the curriculum want to develop from the students, what the teacher is saying in the classroom. So yeah, they have the 100% possibility that far more better content or the materials may be available in the internet. So the teacher's task is to identify what the curriculum wants from the students to develop, and accordingly he should create the thirst. So for that, the teacher should use different kinds of pedagogy, as the challenge pedagogy. Here we can give some challenges to the students to complete. After completing the challenges, they will means when we give certain kinds of challenges to the students, their nerves will active, and that is an active kind of learning. And when they complete the certain kinds of tasks, it will give them reinforcement by their brain. Even when the dopamine released from the brains, they will get reinforcement. So in that case, outside reinforcement is not required really. And also we can see that yeah, students know the subjects, but why teachers ask questions in the classroom? The teacher asks questions in the classroom so that they can give challenges to the students, they can active the neurological cells. Pedagogy is like motivation pedagogy as teachers, so that they are bound, they are motivated to go for their answers, because teacher don't need to actually providing the answers or implement the content in the classroom. Just need to motivate them, and just need to facilitate them in this case, because Aurobindo Ghosh's traditional thought said no one can teach anyone, everybody can learn anything. So in that case, the teacher need to motivate the student. It's not like that the teacher need to present the classroom to implement the curriculum. He can implement the curriculum through internet, so connectivity, through online classes, through different way. Nowadays it is possible. So we should focus on that. So like that way, these things we can discuss about